Tell the fans, because I felt it as a broadcaster, how tough it was getting in late as we did. How tough was it to find that resolve and reserve?
It's a big win for us. You know, after everything that we went through last night, being delayed for 5 hours, stuck in Indiana, after a tough game, and basically not getting to our homes until 4:30 in the morning, and your whole day is kind of just screwed up. The whole routine and your regimen is kind of screwed up, and but for us to come out here and be professionals, still got to be professionals. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. So for us to show up and have our all-star power forward out, having so many guys out, everyone, just gave what they had and was able to be have a lot of resolve tonight once again to get that win.
You guys almost pitched a shutout the final 4-14. Yeah. What was the difference?
We were just flying around, covering for one another, man, and JJ caught fire for a minute, and we knew that they was going to try to continue to go back to him. Covington hit a couple big ones as well, so we just try to get back and load on Ben, and then just try to keep bodies on bodies, with JJ and with Covington. So we was able to get some stops, we was able to get some rebounds, and then we was able to execute a little bit offensively.
LeBron, I don't know if you can see me back here. On a night when you weren't shooting the ball excellently, I think you still scored or assisted on the last 22 points. How do you find a way to do that?
I have no idea. I just go out and play my game. And, like you said, I started the game 3 for 11. Was missing some chippies, a couple of shots went in and out, some floaters in the lane. But that's just a byproduct of who I am. I don't need to score to be productive and to help win the game, So, I just stayed with it, and I was able to get to the free throw line tonight. I was able to get some rebounds. My teammates made some huge shots for me, and that's a crazy stat though. I didn't know that. That's for sure.
How about 8, 7, and 7 in the final quarter?
Just trying to be productive. Just trying to be productive and do whatever it takes to help us win. And I don't think any of us was feeling great tonight, after the long stretch we had last night. But if I'm on the floor, I got to be productive, and I got to try to help this team win, and that's just my job.
How big of a safety net is Kyle at a stretch like that where you guys have tired legs and he happens to be in the corner?
Well, listen, a guy that shoots extremely well like he does. We had 2 of them on the court at the same time, him and JJ, at one stretch. And, for us to have Kyle, man, it's just like you said, it's a great safety net. Anytime they just try to take a body off him, if they lose him just a little bit, our guys did a great job of setting 2 back screens, getting him a little separation. He knew Amir was going to fly at him out of control. He was able to duck that and still can the 3. So it was a big-time shot.
After the slow start, how big was the bench getting you guys back in?
That's the telltale of our season so far, our bench. Our bench has been phenomenal. Had a rough one last night, but that's okay. They picked it back up right where they've been doing, over this stretch that we've been playing great ball. So, Jeff and Dwyane and Kyle and Channing and Jetty, those guys were, excellent once again.
How happy were you to see Jay hit that shot, and what could it mean moving forward for him?
That's big time. It's big time. Dwyane and Jeff both sacrificed on my post up by double cutting and, taking some Sixers defenders with them, and, me being able to have the vision and the size. I just trusted that Jay was going to knock it down, and he trusted the work he's been putting in. And I think that's a big time moment for him. That's probably one of the big time moments so far in the season for him individually, for our ball club, and that could definitely be something that could carry on.
LeBron, not to compare Ben Simmons to any player specifically, but being this young and having so many facets of his game grown, where do you think it can go for him?
I think he can be as great as he want to be. He has all the tools. So it's up to him how great he wants to be.
Question, kind of tell the fans how tough it was to come off that back-to-back tough one 3.5 hours late and then have to play this team.
Yeah, I'm sure the fans don't want to hear us complaining.
No, but still.
But yeah, it was tough. It was a challenge. It definitely added an extra challenge, with our playing getting delayed and getting in at 4:30. But, you just got to be ready to play. And coming in playing a young group that's pushing the ball up and down the floor, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. But, this was pure just, will and heart tonight to get this win.
And defensively, you didn't allow field goal over the last 4 minutes plus. What turned that part around?
Sense of urgency. It's winning time. And you know, they had before that they went on a streak where they was knocking down shots. Covington, JJ, them guys was knocking down shots. So we just had to do a little bit more, get to their shooters a little bit closer, and just have a sense of urgency.
After last night, how redeeming or fulfilling was it for the bench to kind of pick back up?
Yeah, you know, we try to be a positive force for this team every night, as much as we want to. You know, we know some nights it's not going to be that way, but after last night, you know, I felt tonight we came in and just we played. I thought last night was a little bit too robotic, you know, in the way we ran offense and the way we played. Tonight I just thought we just flowed and played, and it was good to have the bench on our back to doing what, you know, we normally do for this team.
As someone whose game is primarily middle in and under the rim, how big of a safety net is it to have a guy like Kyle on the outside when things collapse?
It's huge, man. It's huge. You know, he makes our team, you know, special, you know, with what he's able to do. The way he's able to move off the ball, he never stops moving. And even when he's not making shots, he's still a threat. With the defense, always got to have an eye on him. So it allows other guys to be able to, you know, have moments where they can sneak attack or have a little bit more space on the floor, et cetera. So, you know, I know LeBron is, you know, the guy and get the headlines. But to me, Kyle is, you know, is important to our success for sure.
How much fun are those cuts off the ball that either you or LeBron get where you just seemingly inherently know where the other one is?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing with that guy over there for a long time, all our years, you know, NBA, Olympics, All-Star, whatever. So I know what he's thinking. It's just about, you know, trying to make sure the flow is, you know, spread enough to where I can, you know, have those cut at that time. So it works both ways. It's good, you know, and I told him when I missed the left-hand layup, I was going to make it up, and I was able to, you know, make the floater in the lane after that. So, you know, it's definitely good to have that, you know, kind of chemistry, especially late in games. You know, when they worried about Cal, and you can just sneak along the baseline and, you know, and be a safety valve in a sense for the team is great.
What's the biggest adaptation from your point of view, from leading the second unit to complementing the starting lineup?
Well, we just, you know, we got talented guys on the second unit, and you know, like I said, we take a lot of pride in making sure that every night we be a positive for this team. And as much as we want it to be every night, it won't happen every night, but more times than not, you know, we want it to happen. And, you know, we just want to play better with more energy, more pace than we did last night in Indiana. And I thought we did that, and we was able to get some things going for individual guys in that group. And then when we play with LeBron or when Kevin's in the lineup, et cetera, you know, our role is a little different in a sense, but we still have to, you know, play our roles, and I thought we did that tonight.
Great as the winning streak was, is it equally important to avoid even small losing streaks?
Definitely. This would have been a tough one. You know, you go on a 13 game, then you lose 2 in a row, and we could have had an excuse. We could have made an excuse, but you know, no one wants to hear that in this league, and definitely not in this locker room. If your goal is to become a champion one day, you can't allow excuses to be, you know, at the top of the list. So I was glad that we was able to come in today. Wasn't a lot of words being said. Guys didn't talk a lot. Everyone was focused on, you know, just trying to muster up whatever they had, you know, to give it to this game, and I thought we did that.
Dwyane, I saw that, looked up that last year you had 41 blocks all of last season, and then this season, if I'm correct with your one tonight, you have 22 through 25 games. Where has the blocking kind of come into, been such a big part of your game this season?
I don't know. Some right place, right time. Some I'm thinking about it more. I'm making more of an effort, you know, to get them. I think the last couple of years I didn't make as much of an effort to get the blocks in a sense. But, you know, just right place, right time, and, you know, just trying to help this team where I can in any way. You know, other years when, you know, when your role is to score the basketball a lot, sometimes, you know, you let other guys do certain things like grab rebounds or get the blocks, and, you know, you try to get the outlet. But, you know, now, you know, it's a little different role. So, you know, just trying to be a positive whenever I'm on the floor. Some nights offense is going to be great. Some nights it's not. Some nights it's going to be passes. Some nights it's going to be defense. So whatever it is, you know, you want to be able to you want the coach to be able to play you at the end of the game, because you know you're going to bring something positive to the team, and that's what I'm trying to do.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Go ahead, Chris.
Jay said that he felt relief.
Who said it?
Jay said he felt relief after making that big three at the end of the game. What was it like to see him, who has been struggling so far this year, make that kind of shot, and what can it mean for him?
Well, it was great. You know, he shot it. He didn't think about it. You know, the double team came with Brian. We had, you know, myself and Jeff slashed, and he stepped up and knocked it down, and you seen the look on his face of the relief. But you know, we believe in that guy, man. We want him to continue to keep shooting it. No matter, like I always tell him, no matter how many shots you miss, just think you're gonna hit the next one. You know, we see him work on this game all the time, and it's the game of basketball. You know, it's 50-50 every time it go up. But it was a big shot. We needed that. Sealed the game, and you know, it happened to the right guy on his team. You know, the one who really needed a shot to go in. So you know, we can't say it's going to propel him for the next game, but we want to know that we got confidence in him. You know, to continue to knock those down.